Okay, hello. Who am I talking to? I'm talking to nobody. I'm just gonna go and record and pretend. Pretend what? That my life is complete. I am documenting this for the purposes of just note keeping, I suppose. This is another day in your life, my life, everybody's life. I'm struggling a little bit. Only I wanna preface this by saying I'm seeing a professional, a therapist, a licensed clinical social worker, and so I'm seeing professional help. With that being said, I am depressed, and so I just kind of like want to vent or like let it out a little bit. Some of the things that are stressing me out. Um, the future. Things about the future stress me out. And there's stuff we can do about the future. Um, so college is one of the things, right? Um, and college is hard. College is really hard. And I'm giving myself um, a little bit of a break. Um, the deadline to apply for classes, I'm gonna let that go as I read this for a second. That's a cool card. Um, yeah. Uh, my doctor wasn't necessarily jazzed about it. Um, she yeah. I told her that I wasn't really gonna go, and she was just kind of like, "Oh well, I think it's something that you enjoy." And she's not wrong. Like I do enjoy college. Um, I am in a bit of a rut, and college might be a really good way of getting out of that rut. Um, and it would just help in general too. It's just like I just don't know what I want to do. You know, all I know is that I don't want to be broke. um, so I don't know. I guess I'm just gonna have to like sit with my depression for a while. Cause if college is the answer to solve my depression, then I just don't know what I'm gonna do. Um, this past for fall 2026, or 2025, I guess. For fall 2025, I took accelerated courses, and I took two courses in economics and statistics, and like I up until just now when I'm talking about it, I felt really drained. And so that was kind of like the reason, one of the big reasons why I wasn't like very adamant, or like I wasn't actively submitting or enrolling in another class. I just wanted to take a break. Um, and I guess that's kind of like, ooh, that's kind of one of them things, because um, if I take a break, then then like the depression can creep in easier. Because I'm without a job right now. You know, I've gotten fired from my last job. Like 2 months ago, I was fired. So it sucks, dude. You know, and I don't have an income coming in at the moment. Um, like even now, like okay, hold on. I don't wanna put that kind of energy out there. Um, just give me a second. I'm keep. Let me read, because I am enjoying this, playing this video game. I know it's a video game, and it's kind of, I don't know. It's just I have a tendency to play video games a little bit too much. No sé. Oh, okay, okay, okay. So like I'll have to have like little tips and tricks to continuously be engaged in life. So like when I was in therapy, and we were kind of talking about this decision of mine. Um, one of like, and I'll say it again here. It's a reason for not being like, for not. One of the reasons why it's difficult to apply to college or go to college is because it's expensive. Books are expensive. Classes are expensive, I guess, depending on where you go, right? Um, and the way I want to do it, like, I want to be there in person. So that's, gas money, travel time, and all that. Um, so all that stuff is expensive. And so how am I going to pay for these classes, right? How am I going to pay for them? I need a job and I don't have a job. So until I can get a stable job, which I have had trouble doing in the past, and I feel like slightly optimistic that I can do that now, um, then it's just, I don't know, smarter for me to just wait, I guess, a little bit. And that's not like ideal. Like, I'm not super jazzed or thrilled to be in this position where I'm like taking like longer to live my life or something. Um, I'm also very super critical of myself too. Um, Optimistically, the plan is to like pay for classes, take these jobs, like little by little chip away at it. That's a good card right there. Also, in the last therapy session, talked about my relationship with Brenda. Talked about her and her and me, her and I, um, almost the entire session. Um, so I was looking at grants opportunities, because that's another way to pay for college and whatnot. Um, yeah, another thing um, that I'm like wrestling with is just uh, trying to like mentally grow up. Physically, I'm 31, gonna be 32. Mentally, I'm still kind of like, and like my living style too, my lifestyle too, is I'm very much like in my 20s. Like we go through certain we go through periods of our life, um, like teenagers. They make movies about. I don't have the right words to like describe it. They're just like you expect a 13-year-old to be going through certain things in life, right? And then you expect a 20-year-old to be going through certain things in life, which is different than and you would expect a 30-year-old to be going through certain things in life. And right now, it kind of feels like I'm just going through the same things that a 20-year-old would be going through. And that sucks. I'm a 30-year-old stuck in like a 20-year-old's dilemma, and that sucks. Whoa. So it's like it's not easy. It's not an easy time that I'm going through right now. And it could be worse, even though it's not easy. I kind of feel like saying it could be worse is not true. This is the worst anybody has ever had it. I'm just playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh no! Mi dragón de péndulo de ojos rúnicos destruyaba por un viejo mago vengativo. Nunca vas a ver eso en Yu-Gi-Oh! Mi gente, nunca lo vas a ver. En este canal vas a ver cosas que nunca ibas a ver en otros lugares. En otros lugares. Hmm. ¿Por qué no? Oh, oops. So I wanted to kind of get that off my chest, because there are some like mornings, or there are moments throughout the day. Whoa, another one, dude! I am getting owned. Um, there are moments throughout the day where I'll just be like super depressed and like bleak on my future and my outlook, and it's important to remember and keep in mind, or keep things in perspective. Those moments, they're just moments. You know, they're fleeting. Um, all moments are fleeting, the good ones and the bad ones. They're all fleeting. So I know it can feel. I know me. I get down on myself. In those moments where I'm just like going through my head, and I'm just like, I'm in my own head, and I feel the worst about myself. I feel like the ultimate loser. Um, it's important to remember that things can change. El mago, el mejor mago fue yo. Um, yeah. It was an interesting 2025. I somehow did a lot and feel like I don't know. I feel like I could do better. I feel like I could do more. And I can. And like I guess college is a great way to do that. Eh. Ah. Yeah, when I was talking to Zora, um, I don't know, man. I felt bad. Um, I felt like I just was feeling bad about myself and self-destructive. Um, Hmm. No hay nivel 2. Estoy pensando. Hmm. Cool. Yeah, college is hard, man. I don't even know what I want to study. And if college is the only way out of like the situation that I'm in, it's not an ideal situation. I'm still living with my dad. There's another roommate that we have who's just like not nice. Um, it's just and then the area that I'm living in, there's not a lot of nice people around here. I don't know, man. I don't. That might. Like I have dreams of doing other stuff, and I just they're not even like concrete dreams. It's not. It would be easy if I was like, oh, I dream of doing this, I dream of doing that. It's more just I want out. That's just what it is. I want out. And like if at the moment it just kind of feels like college is the only way to do that. And then it's like, okay, well, you need to go to college to make more money because more money is the way out. Um, Maybe, possibly. I just know it's just tough. Like, I can make a better resume. That's something I could do. Um, I'm just like really low on it because like every time I go to sit down to make a resume or to make my resume, work on it or whatever, I just like immediately want to quit. You know? Cool. I've got to play here. I've got to play. Look, fact of the matter is, yeah, I when it comes to like raising a kid, right? There are levels to it, right? It's almost I don't mean to be a little smarty pants right now, um, this is probably not even a great comparison that I'm about to make. Abraham Maslow. I'm by no means an Abraham Maslow expert. I do know that he had this thing called the hierarchy of needs, right? Well, let's say that there's a hierarchy of raising a human being. And I'm laughing because I just remembered a joke from Rick and Morty. Anyone who's not familiar with Rick and Morty, it's a play off Doc and Marty. It's a satire based on those two characters, I guess. Um, Rick and Morty, Doc and Marty, whatever. And in one of the jokes, like it's a really good. I recommend it. It's really well. I enjoy it a lot. I'm not gonna say it's well written because I'm not qualified to make that statement. Nor is anyone really. Like if you enjoy it, you enjoy it. Um, and the joke was just like they're running. The joke was just basically about how it's way too easy to make sentient life. It's just way too easy. It shouldn't be that easy. That was the joke. So, anyways, yeah. When it comes to like me and how I was raised, um, the hierarchy of needs, right? When it comes to parenting, a good parent is gonna provide at the bare minimum, right? I won't say bare minimum. That sounds dismissed. That I don't know. I want to give it more emphasis. Like for a parent to meet the needs of level one, right? That's food, shelter, and like school. Boom. That was me, right? Food, shelter, school. Um, my dad worked hard, and we had Christmases where I got gifts. Um, I had bikes. Um, I bought. There was clothes I bought. They bought me clothes. You know, boom. And then there's like the other facets, right? Like the more the facets that they didn't really have anyone teach them, so they couldn't really teach me, right? Um, and those are like associated with like college and like growing up. Um, and those are the parts. And like parenting myself, like to go easy with the smoking weed. Maybe don't smoke so much. Maybe get up and like exercise a little bit. Maybe don't eat an entire box of chili cheese fries with pastrami. Maybe don't eat all of it. So like that kind of stuff. Um, that's been on me to have to take care of. And it's hard to parent yourself. As my parents know, they've had to parent themselves too. Um, I'm doing a much better job of it than they are. No kids. What's up? I'll be right back.
Él está en esa lista, él está en esa jugada. Él está como presidente de Barcelona en una de las épocas donde se cuadriplican los pagos. No ha sido Rana y Televisión, no ha sido desde Cibeles, no ha sido el Ayuntamiento, no ha sido en otra